go. All right, Maximilian, talk to the people, man. Let them know it's getting ready to go down.
Yo, we're about to talk about our diet and what you need to be eating, especially when springtime's coming, or still sticking to the cold weather, but it is getting nice out. So let's talk about diet.
All right, so what's the first one? How you start off the day?
Okay, so every single day, the minute I wake up, I have to get 3 glasses of water, because you've been sleeping all day, you need to hydrate. But in those glasses of water, I always put half a lemon for that vitamin C to cleanse everything that I did the night before, and cayenne pepper on top of the water to just clear the throat, because sometimes you're feeling off, especially in these times. Right after those 3 glasses of water, I chug it, and then I have beets. Beets are filled with nitric oxide, and they get the blood flowing, especially naturally. You don't want to be taking pre-workout, even though I do take pre-workout when I'm feeling a little bit tired. But the beets in the beginning of the day, the 3 glasses of water with lemon and cayenne pepper, and then 2 dates. And those 2 dates, they get the glucose levels back up from the night before without spiking your blood sugar too much. After that, I usually have a breakfast. So the ideal time for me to work out is around 12 o'clock, right after a small breakfast. And the breakfast usually consists of 4 eggs mixed with some type of protein, either ham or salami or anything like that. But I put the ham on the pan with the nuts before. So I get the nuts roasted on the pan with the ham, and then I add the eggs. So it makes it very tasty.
What kind of nuts you putting on there?
Nuts, it's either almonds, because almonds, they get rid of headaches and they have the highest protein and they're filled with healthy fats. And maybe cashews, because cashews add this little texture to the eggs and it makes the breakfast very, very tasty. So after that, 4 eggs, nuts and ham in the eggs, 1 piece of carb. Make it very, very small, just have that extra energy for the hard workout you're about to do. It's usually a tortilla wrap, whole wheat, or 1 slice of bread, nothing more. Keeping the carbs light, but not neglecting the carbs, because you need that energy, especially if you're doing challenges like Good Money or hard calisthenics workouts.
Okay, what you drinking with that?
Still sticking to water, no soda, no nothing, just straight water, just keeping it clean.
Okay, so after that meal, you go work out, or you
After
have
that meal,
another meal after that?
A workout usually lasts about 2 hours, nothing more, nothing less. Get home, and now this is where either whatever my mom makes, and that's usually protein, carbs, and a side of fats and greens. But usually, personally, if nothing is cooked, there's gonna be Greek yogurt. So 3 big spoonfuls of Greek yogurt, then mix it with protein powder. I personally use plant-based protein powder, because protein powder, especially if I'm working out very, very hard, I don't think I'm getting enough protein in the day through whole foods, even though I try to. But protein powder just makes it easier to get that extra protein, because you need it, especially if your muscles are breaking down. So 2 scoops of protein powder into the yogurt, mix it, add frozen fruits or fresh fruits if you do have access to that. Mix it again, then you add...
What kind of fruits?
Fruits, strawberries, always, berries, any type, blackberry, blueberries, banana, of course, get those carbs in. You need those carbs healthy carbs from the fruits. Once you mix all of that, this is something I eat every single day. Hemp seeds, they're loaded with protein in like 1 tablespoon, and chia seeds. Chia seeds are very good for that digestion, especially if you're eating like 3 big meals a day. You want it to easily pass through your entire system. Keep mixing that. Now you have like this huge bowl of like this very nice yogurt, and then top it off with granola if you want extra taste, or more nuts, healthy fats, because the healthy fats are going to give you energy partnered with the carbs. Once that is done, full big meal, but whatever my mom makes, usually it's salmon, chicken, beef, pork. I don't stay away from any meats. A lot of people do, but honestly, I do what works for me. Find out if meats are making you feel weird. Try to do just fish, or see what works for you. But personally, I eat all the meats with a side of carbs, potatoes, no rice, sometimes pasta. Quinoa is very good. It's low in calories.
What kind of potato? What kind of potatoes?
Potato, I usually do golden potato or sweet potato. Sweet potato is very tasty, because you actually have to enjoy these meals that you're making and that you're eating. Because if you're eating healthy and it doesn't taste good, you're not going to stick to it for the long run. So try to add a little bit of taste into your meals, so you could continue with the journey of being healthy and eating clean. Once that is done, 3 meals.
One other thing. What kind of rice? What kind of rice?
Rice, always brown rice. Never really have white rice. I think it's just because I get it for deals at Costco. Okay. But just brown rice, but I don't eat it often, and it's maybe like a handful every single time. Nothing crazy, but I'm still getting those carbs in. Okay. And then once that's done, 3 meals a day. If I'm still feeling a little bit hungry, 1 snack. It's maybe a protein bar. no specific protein bar in general, or something to nibble on so I don't feel miserable the entire night. And then the last meal is before 8, so 2 hours before I go to bed. And then the cycle repeats. I'm telling you, just make your diet enjoyable and you will have a great time working out and eating good.
Now let me ask you about the protein. How much are you looking for? A certain amount of protein when you buy a protein bar?
Yeah, at least 20 grams of protein, because
20 grams in
yeah, at least 20 grams in one protein bar, because anything less it's not worth it. But there's this rule, supposedly this rule, that you're supposed to have like your body weight times 0.80. That's how much protein you're supposed to take in.
Okay.
I think so. I don't track it. I don't track anything, because tracking calories just makes you go crazy. But have an idea of what you're eating and try to make it consistent and have breaks between your meals. That's
okay. Now another question. Now you done bulked up, son, as people can see right now.
Yo,
the first
if you
one, give them a
remember
little
summer,
look. So you bulked up.
Skinny.
So,
I started training legs too. That's why.
So what did you eat? What did you change in your diet from when I first filmed you to put on? How much was you weighing when I filmed you?
I was 170, maybe hovering around 165. You know.
Okay. What are you now?
I'm 190, the heaviest I've ever been.
So talk to them about the bulk. What did you do to put
so there's two things to know about a bulk. You have to start adding these little extra calories in liquid form that don't make you full, or in little things like sauces, nuts, and different types of foods. So instead of making oatmeal with water, which I usually do, I started adding whole milk into the water. And especially making the portions larger. So adding little things like sauces, healthy fats, high calories, milk, all that. It's not supposedly healthy, but do it for like 2 months, get that size up, and then when the summer comes, start shredding down again.
Sauces? What do you mean sauces?
Sauces, like more white sauce. Let's say I'm eating just pork, like straight pork chops with rice. Instead of that, I'll tell my mom to make some white sauce on top of that, with like heavy cream. It's nothing healthy, but just if you're working out, if you're bulking up, your body could sustain that for, let's say, 3 months. But I would never bulk for the entire year. And I want to be shredded for the summer.
So you said sauces. That means putting sauces like on things such as
extra sauces
meat.
and liquid calories. If you can make shakes at night, so let's say you're mixing oats, nuts, peanut butter, milk all together, and then drinking it, because you're gonna think you're eating a lot, but you're eating, let's say you're eating whole foods, right? You're gonna feel full, but you're still not getting those extra calories you need. So let's say adding a liquid shake at night, you're gonna get that extra calories without feeling too full, and then you're gonna hit your caloric goal for that day.
That's a lot of fats though, that joint you just...
It is. It's a lot of fats, but honestly, your body could handle it, especially if you're working out consistently.
Okay. Yeah.
And don't bulk for too long. You're gonna feel it. As I did, I dirty bulked for 2 weeks. I started seeing it on my face, and I was like, it's time to stop. And now, once springtime's coming, the sun's coming, we're gonna start slowly going down gradually. Don't do everything fast in 2 weeks, although it is very tempting.
So right now you're saying you like about 190?
190.
So what we shredding down to?
And the goal by June, July, around my birthday, is gonna be 175, but I'm still trying to keep the size that I have right now, more or less off the abs a little bit, and then keeping the legs, because in the summer when I did the 50 pull 100 push-up challenge, I did not train legs at all. So adding weight to the legs definitely adds a little bit of that mass to the entire body, but we're still gonna keep that size, but just a little bit more cut.
Okay, so you're not big on carbs, you saying, man, right?
No, not big on carbs, just keeping it very, very slight, because I know the carbs fuel your workouts.
Yeah.
I tried to do keto one time, let's say like for 2 weeks. My performance for the workouts went completely down. Even though the energy was coming from the fats, like the cheeses, the nuts. Oh yeah, cheese is a huge part of my food too.
Cheese.
I'm always eating goat cheese, any type of cheese, Swiss cheese, mozzarella cheese. It's really tasty, and it adds that texture to the foods, so you can enjoy it more. But I don't neglect carbs, but I try to keep it very minimal. High fats, high protein, and repeat the cycle over and over again. That's how we do it.
Okay, so now, what do you usually drink? Is you just a water dude, or what you drinking?
I'm just a water dude. If I don't need any flavor in my water, if I need something for extra energy, I put a little bit of pre-workout or BCAAs during my workout. Something to just add that little taste, because if you drink a lot of water, especially trying to get a gallon a day, it does get a little bit boring. But there's a lot of alternatives out there to put something in your water, but I wouldn't recommend it. You could survive it, honestly.
Okay, give me your top 5 vegetables, man. Top 5 vegetables.
Top 5 vegetables, number 1 has to be beets. I eat that every single day. Second is avocado, healthy fats. It tastes delicious. Third is gonna be carrots, because it detoxifies the digestive system and makes everything smooth, especially when you're digesting. That's 3. One more, broccoli, especially if it's put on the pan and made very nicely. And the last vegetable.
You don't mess with kale, man? No kale? You don't mess
Kale,
with kale?
nah, kale is overrated.
It's overrated. Why? Explain that. Break it down.
Kale is overrated because honestly, like, the only way I can enjoy kale is by putting it into a shake and mixing it and not tasting it. Because if you try to just eat like kale,
I eat it raw, man. I be eating that raw.
That is very impressive. Eating kale raw.
It took time to get to that level, though. It took
like
time.
very
Yeah. It took time, though.
Same thing with beets. Honestly, I don't blend the beets at all. I just cut them, peel them off, and just I would recommend.
You don't cook them?
No.
Get out of here. Raw beets?
Yeah, just raw beets. Just chop them up and crunch on them. First thing in the morning. And literally 20 minutes after the beets, you're gonna feel your veins and all the blood start pumping. It's literally, you guys have to start eating beets, honestly.
Yeah.
And then the last one, I'm not sure if this is a vegetable, but ginger.
Ginger, that's more of a herb.
That's like a root, right?
A root.
I don't know if
Ginger's something that you mix with like tea and put it in
just
water,
like detoxifying,
things like
especially in the morning, because you have to clear everything out of your system. I don't know, it just feels very great. And then you eat the breakfast.
I gotta look into that beets, man.
Yeah, you have to.
Sound.
Every single morning, the blood's gonna be pumping, and you're gonna be ready for the day.
That gives you energy. The beets, it's got a lot of carbs.
Yeah. I don't think it has a lot of carbs, but the nitric oxide of it is very important. It gets the blood flowing. And the nitric oxide is found synthetically in the powders and the pre-workout. And you don't need all that stuff, especially if you're eating whole foods.
Okay. 5 fruits. Top 5 fruits.
Top 5 fruits. Number 1 is going to be figs. I think a fig is a fruit, right?
Figs. Figs. Okay.
Figs are a fruit. They're once you bite them, there's these little seeds in it, and it almost melts in your mouth.
Figs.
Second is orange for sure. It's very tasty and it's perfect for the summer. Third is watermelon. Watermelon always brings out the good vibes. Fourth is banana. It's the perfect thing, and it's pretty long and it gives a lot of energy. And the fifth is going to be strawberries, because they're easy to blend and you can add them to anything you want.
So you're a big berry guy, like you were saying before.
Yeah, and they add those extra carbs, not in the full form as the potatoes and pasta is found. Very easy digestible, and it gives you that extra energy for the workouts.
Okay, and top 5 nuts and seeds. What's up? You mentioned hemp seeds, man.
I love nuts and seeds, dude. Honestly, it's the power food. So number 1 is gonna be almonds. Always put it on the pan. I sprinkle it on everything.
Put it on a pan? What are you talking about?
Yeah. So before I make my eggs, I put oil, a little bit of oil, and then put the almonds right on top of the pan with nothing on it.
Okay, you
Then the almonds get like roasted, and it gives the breakfast a very tasty and wholesome flavor to it. Almonds number 1. 2 is walnuts. Again, very tasty. You could taste the fat when you're eating it, but it is good fats. Third is hemp seeds. Very tasty. They have a lot of protein, especially in 1 teaspoon. Chia seeds for digestion, number 4. And 5th, either cashews if they're salted, because that's something to snack on, or pumpkin seeds. Very high in protein, and they give you that power for the workouts.
Okay. All right. So appreciate taking this time to talk about what you eat in a day.
Of course.
And we're gonna check back in. We gotta see you when you get down to 170.
Yes,
again,
and
man.
the tan does a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Tan, when I get tan and shredded, I will look way bigger and way better. So
Okay.
we're gonna be back.
All right. Thanks a lot, Maximilian. Links to Maximilian's YouTube page and Instagram will be in the description box. Make sure y'all subscribe to him and follow him.
Thank you. That's good money.
Thank you. All right.